And what we are going to be talking about today.
Oh, what?
So what we're going to be talking about today is how I can support you, coach you to facilitate the awareness, the understanding. Thank you. I know they are recording. Thank you. So facilitating, I want to start coaching you to create an awareness, an understanding, and development of soft skills. And I'm focusing more on ICT professionals. Now, when I say coaching, coaching is different from training. For today, I'll be doing a lot of the talking today, and you have the slide that DJ has shared with all of you. So you can look at the slide, and you can also go to my website and you will see a section under my coaching on evolving skills. So you can read more about it to develop yourself. Because from next week, we would actually be engaging on the things that we've discussed and the comments that are coming, the questions, the responses, so that I might pick some people on the spotlight to tell us about, to expatiate on what they are saying or what they've learned. So we're going to make it as interactive and as practical as we can make it to be. So my aim for this session will be to introduce meta skills and their significance. How significant are they? Now, I'm going to say to you that meta skill is so important, but many of us don't even know about it. So it is significant in your career development, and it's also significant in how it enhances your soft skill in the ICT field. So I want you to understand, when I start going through the discussion today, what I want you to try and focus on is get the meaning of meta skills. So when you get that meaning, then you can translate it to help you to enhance your soft skills. So that's what I want people to focus on today. At the end of today, I want to ensure that you have an understanding of the concept of meta skills and how they differ and also relate to your soft skill. Everybody has a soft skill. We all have different soft skills. It's part of us being human, having those soft skills. So, and I want you to recognize the importance of soft skill in complementing your technical roles. So you all have some technical abilities, and soft skill complement those abilities. And then I want, at the end of today, to prepare you for what we will be doing in subsequent week, so that you are beginning to see the need to develop it. So by the time we finish this series, you will be in a place that all of us can harness our soft skills through the understanding of meta skills. So I'm going to start by trying to explain what meta skills are to you. And you have a link that, if you want to read about it, the link that go to the exact page where I've explained meta skill on my website is there. So meta skill are high order skills. They transcend beyond specific tasks that you do on a day-to-day. So when you say something is high order, that means that it's above all other skills. And it enables you to adapt across different roles and across different industries. So when we are talking about transferable skills, it is your meta skills that enables you to adapt your soft skill in a new environment. The meta skill provide the foundation for your own continuous personal and professional growth. It ensures that you are resilient and you are able to deal with unpredictable situations in the workplace. So rather than focusing on technical abilities, meta skills actually lays emphasis on qualities So it's your own quality that you are actually developing. So meta skill goes into your cognitive person, and it becomes the thing that control how you harness your soft skill. So it helps you to improve on your problem solving and your emotional intelligence. So that's part of the thing that meta skills focus on. And these skills are timeless. They've been around for long and they are relevant, and they cut across different age. So I'm now going to tell you the major 3 categories of meta skills. There are 3 categories. Some other framework have categorized them into 4, but when you look at them, you will see that the 3 it makes it very distinct, that they're all distinct. So the first one is self-management. These are the skills that help you to manage your personal behavior. I want you to note personal behavior, how you do things, how you focus, how you are productive. So it's not just in the workplace, it's also at home. So the things that you need for your self-management, the skills that you are developing under your self-management, is your ability to focus, to filter out distractions, your integrity, acting consistently with your personal values and ethics, your initiative, and also your adaptability, being able to adapt in different situations. So don't worry too much about this, because next week we're going to be delving deeper into self-management, and I'm encouraging you to start asking questions or sharing your thoughts, because you will have read a little about it, and that will start making you getting curious about things. So I really would like practical questions that we will use to get into the nitty-gritty of this. Social intelligence is the second category that you will get. These skills facilitate the effective interaction and collaboration with others. So when you're talking about social intelligence, communication is a key thing. And also, when you develop your social intelligence, you're able to collaborate with people. You are able to be empathetic in how you understand and consider the feelings and the needs and the motivation of others. And then you are able to lead, to inspire, to motivate. And the 4 things there are just communication, collaboration, empathy, and leading. We'll be looking at that later in the future in more details. The third one is the innovation. These are skills that drive your creativity, your curiosity, and your critical thinking. In some model, critical thinking is seen as the 4th category of meta skills. But if we all really look at it, critical thinking is all about innovation. So you have curiosity, maintaining a strong desire to learn and explore new ideas. Creativity, thinking imaginatively and developing novel solutions to problems. Critical thinking, this is about you evaluating information and situation to make well-informed decisions, not just at work, even in your personal life. When you have critical thinking, it informs what you do. Then sense making, it helps you to determine a deeper meaning or significance of information and recognizing the broader themes and patterns. So these 3 categories, self-management, social intelligence, and innovation, are the core of meta skills. Now, I'm now going to help us to explore the relationship between meta skills and soft skill. I'm going to pause and ask that if anyone has an idea, what you think are the relationship between meta skills and soft skill, I'd just like you to drop something in the chat box, please. Think about what you think are the relationship between soft skills and meta skills. It could be in your home world, as simple as possible. I'm going to look out for the charts. So I want people to drop what you think meta skills, the association between meta skills from the little explanation I've given to you now and soft skills. So I'm looking into the chart. Is your chart feature accessible to being intentional about developing skills? I actually like that. Linda Baffo, I actually like the way you've put it. Being intentional. So it is about your intrinsic ability to self-manage yourself, to focus, to be a person of integrity. So that is when you have those meta skills. That is what you need to be intentional, because you can't enhance something you don't understand the fundamentals of it. So that is a very good way to look at it. Thank you, Linda. Anyone else has an opinion what they think meta skill is? The relationship. I'll come back and see if you're thinking about things, please put it and I'll continue. Okay, something says enduring traits. Okay, meta skills are enduring traits. So they are traits. They are really traits because they are integral part of you to be able to make yourself develop your soft skill. They are like, when you use enduring, like how you discipline yourself. I like that. Intrinsic qualities. That's it. And for many of us that come from my background, this is missing. It has no age relationship. And for those of us that are having children in this part of the world, it's part of the things that the young ones are developing, and they are seeing lack of it in us. We all have soft skills that are not properly enhanced. So I like this, Chris Ufomadu. Thank you for that. Your soft skill is a direct result of your meta skill. Now, I like what you said there, but I want to put it in another way. The soft skill that people that do not develop their meta skills, they will be acting autopilot. They will be acting autopilot. I will encourage you to read this book, Chimpanzee Paradox. It's available on Amazon. I don't know who wrote it. I can't remember the writer, but it's called Chimpanzee Paradox. And it will tell you how we are autopilot to do things. So all those soft skills, we are already autopilot on how we do them. However, when you start developing meta skills, you are no longer autopilot. You are having to think before you act, and you are having to analyze issues. And that's where you will start enhancing your soft skills. Thank you for those of you that have responded. And the others, if you're thinking about it, let's get this conversation going. So, soft skills and meta skills, they are interconnected. Meta skill provide the foundation for developing. I want you to understand that. It provides the foundation for you to develop and refine your soft skills. For example, self-management, social intelligence, and innovation will help you as an individual to adapt, to learn, and to apply various skills, because you'll be focused, you'll be integrity, you'll be able to adapt. So those things, you will have empathy. So combination of those skills will help you to adapt, to learn, and to apply various skills. For example, Social intelligence will underpin effective communication, empathy, and teamwork. Yes, Mary is saying meta skills strengthening your soft skill. That is a very simplistic way that anyone should understand. Thank you for that, Mary. It helps you to strengthen it. So that's what meta skills are. Whereas soft skills are the practical application of meta skills in specific situation. So we're always using soft skill. For instance, self-management enhances time management, and it also enhances your resilience ability, while innovation would drive creative problem solving. So meta skills support the development and the transferability of soft skill across different contexts and challenges. So I said to you that you can see more on that on my page if you want to see more. I'm going to go further to bring more distinction between meta skills and soft skill. I've been contacted by people to come and do soft skills training and things like that. And I keep saying to them that soft skill is not what we need to be talking about. So many of you go to time management, stress management, and all of those things. Those are soft skill. Whereas when you know meta skills, you will be able to manage the soft skill. You'll be in control of yourself. You will even be able to analyze when you're not doing the right thing. You get yourself. And that's why they are called high order skills that drives your adaptability, your learning, and your growth. Whereas soft skills, they are practical. They are something that we have to, everybody can communicate. Anybody can communicate. Interpersonal skills, we use it on everyday tasks. So, but how well you use all those skills, those soft skills, will be influenced by how well you are in tune to your meta skills. So the connection is that meta skills actually form the foundation for developing, for you to develop and enhance your soft skill. So that's one thing that I want us to understand today. Now, as I'm coming towards the end of this today, because it's supposed to be bite-sized, and I'm looking forward to next week when we'll be using real-life issue that I will pick from conversation from people. Practical, I'm going to give you some tips that will help you to develop your meta skills, and you have this slide so you can go back to them. I want you to practice reflective learning. Reflective learning, I would still go back to some of us that come from our similar background to mine. I would say some West Africa generally. Many of us don't know how to reflect. And you see people making the same mistake constantly, and they keep going around the vicious cycle, not reflecting. So I want to encourage you to start practicing reflective learning. Regularly assess your own performance. How did I do? You know, sometimes some of us will hide under racism. Some of us will hide under discrimination. I'm not saying that those things don't exist, but if you start regularly assessing yourself, you will learn for yourself. And I said last week, when you point one finger, check those four, double check those four that maybe the errors is hidden there. Otherwise, you point the finger, then the next person you point the finger, and you end up pointing fingers all your life. And then there will be nobody to point fingers to. So you now turn to yourself, and then you then begin to see how stupid you've been with something. So let's begin to reflect. Set your own personal goals. Focus on enhancing both your technical and your soft skills. Embrace new challenge. I had an example. A lady just got a job with my company, and I'd worked with her in with a partner organization. And to be honest, it wasn't a good working relationship. Although I was well ahead of my meta skill, so it wasn't transparent to her. But it was one of those persons that you don't really want to work with. And then see what my team leader just called me and say, Sam, would you be able to mentor this person? Oh my God. The first thing that came out of my mouth, autopilot, was no. I can communicate. I was able to say no, and I can be assertive. So I said no. And then all of a sudden, my reflective mode gets in that that's uncomfort zone for you. That's a stretch for you. Why are you running away from that stretch? So immediately I just withdrew my statement. I said, you know what? And she knows why, because when they tell us in the team meeting that this person was applied, everybody rolled their eyes. They were hoping that she never gets the job. So I'm now having to mentor that person. And honestly speaking, I'm outside of my comfort zone, but I'm really enjoying the learning, and it's showing me even other level that I have been that I didn't even recognize I was there. And I'm building it. And people are asking, Sam, are you coping with that girl? That kind of thing. So also use mindfulness techniques. So sometimes when you're not sure of things, it goes back to reflection. Mindfulness technique, if you go onto YouTube and just put mindfulness techniques, there are so many of them. So I'm not going to go into that because there's another day for that. So stay present, manage your stress effectively. I have 3 questions that I've put on this, that you've got on the screen there, on the slides. I want us to begin to reflect on these questions, and please comment on the comment sections in my website so that we can learn from each other. We Africans are worst at commenting. The best place that we'll comment is when we're watching Jennifer. We all will comment when we're watching all those actors that are really making money. But when it comes to professionally, or you comment because you want to be seen, but comment as a thing of developing yourself and hoping like-mindeds will begin to build around each other, and you'll be attracting similar people to build your network. So what's the first question there is, what soft skill do you currently use in your role, and how do they impact your work? I want you to be able to mention communication, teamwork, time management. Let the discussion focus on recognizing how these skills contribute to project success, team cohesion, and client satisfaction. So that's the first question. The second one says, how could developing meta skills further enhance your career prospects? You need to be thinking, I mean, if this will not happen, what's the point of doing it? Your response might include, it will help you to be better prepared for leadership role, handling complex problems more effectively, and adapting to changing technology. So I want you to begin to see meta skill as an enabler for your career growth. And the third question this is getting you to reflect on a time when lack of soft skill caused a challenge at work. I will encourage you that when you are going through that, be honest in your reflection on past experiences where issues of miscommunication, like miscommunication or poor time management, has caused a setback. Discuss how you think these meta skills could have helped to mitigate those problems. So those are the 3 questions. And I'm going to be leaving you with a summary of what meta skill, what the basis of meta skill. The first thing is be open to feedback. So and that's why I said the best way we can learn this is to start saying things. Let us be as open as we can be and get feedback. Connect learning to practice. So as we're learning, this is not a talk show. This is a doing thing. So let's connect our learning to our practice. And as you're as you're learning and growing, begin to track your own progress. Regularly reflect on the development of meta skills and identify areas for your own improvements. I try to say to myself, I will try and keep to your time today. And I'm already running 1 minute late, but I will say to you that I've enjoyed having to do this with you, but I will enjoy it further when it becomes more interactive, that we're using real life questions to deal with it. On my website, we have a free meta skills and soft skill assessment tool that you can use. So you can see where you are in your meta skills, where you are in your soft skills. And when you're doing those quizzes, remember that you're not in competition with anybody. If you have never been honest to yourself before, this is a time that you can be honest to yourself and say, I fake that, I act that, I'm not so good with that. Because when you are being honest with yourself and you're doing that, then you are telling yourself that you want to develop it. And I tell you, when you develop the meta skills that you need to develop yourself, life will be better because you will see people for what they are. You will see some people, I mean, in the past, some people will come from back home and we ask you a question and you get so angered by their sense of entitlement and they feel that you're stupid, that you're just there to respond to what they've said. But I have grown so much emotional intelligence that I respond in such a way that the person will never be offended. And I'm only doing what I want to do. And what I want to do could be doing nothing. You understand what I mean? But I will communicate without patronizing them, without putting them down, and without making me feel angry. And when you develop to that level, honestly speaking, you feel empowered and you feel you are in control of your life and the direction that you're going. So if you have questions, if you have comments, please put them down in the comment section on the Evolving Skills page. That page I will be monitoring through the week so that by the time I come on next week, Thursday, if I see any questions or any discussion that I think we can dissect, I will pick them and I will use them as a case study to amplify the self-management that we'll be looking at next week. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. So I'm going to 1 minute. So okay, all right. So thank you for those inspiring words anyway. So I think that is really good anyway. So before we go right now, if anyone has got any questions, if you got any questions that you want to ask, I think there's some, I think there are a lot of things. I think there's some comments as well. Definition of soft skills such as self-reflection, so which I think is good anyway. So yeah, thank you for those. Anyway, I think we need to have the self-assessment of ourselves, reflect, and I like how you kind of ended it. We got a lot of people that want to get you annoyed and you don't know how to respond to them, but yeah, your meta skills would even help you to respond to them without you not getting angry, and they don't get angry as well. And some of us has got the technical skills, but we need to expand on our meta skills anyway. So which I think is really good. Our reflective ability, right? I think we've had it this evening right now. We need to reflect on it, right? We need to reflect on what we've listened right now so that we are able to, kind of come back next week to see what have we thought about anyway. So thank you so much, Sas, for that. Yeah. So I will then see you again next week when we are going to look into that, because like I said, next week is going to be very engaging and also interactive anyway. So I would say that for today up to next week, one of the meta skills that we need to look into is this reflective skill. Let's reflect on what we learned, comment on them, put on the chart, and let's come back next week to kind of deliberate and expand on it anyway. So thank you so much, everyone, for turning up today. We'll see you again next week. Thank you so much. Yeah. All right.
Thank you, everyone. I've seen all the thank you there. Thank you so much, everyone. And have